Many know about slavery, but few discuss paper genocide. We did not all come from Africa, and most of us have Aboriginal roots that were stripped away due to reclassification and miseducation. As a native Black American and a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation, I understand the importance of tracing your lineage. If you want to learn how to trace your genealogy and apply for tribal citizenship, go to nativeblackancestry.com to schedule a consultation.
They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British men. Quite frankly, you was kings, Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners. Raised up the children to worship their images. Set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them. And this shit get way deeper than your pigment.
Recently, there have been some accusations circulating online about me, the genealogy work I do helping families trace their indigenous ancestry, and I'm aware of those claims. But I'm not here tonight to argue with anyone or go back and forth on the internet. Instead, I believe the best response is transparency. You see, over the years, I've had the privilege of helping many families reconnect with their history, build their family trees, and uncover records that they didn't even know existed. So tonight, I'm simply going to let the people who've actually worked with me speak for themselves. I've invited a couple of clients to join me live so they can share their experience in their own words. And after that, I'm going to show you several testimonials from others who have trusted me with their family research. I'm also briefly going to explain how my genealogy process works so people understand exactly what I do when I conduct this research. But at the end of the day, the work speaks for itself. So let's begin by hearing from those who've actually gone through the process with me. We got Joshina and Empress in the building. How are you ladies doing?
I'm doing all right, Chief. How are you?
Good too blessed to be stressed. Hey, hey. I know it's
What's
been a
up,
minute
Mr.
since we did a stream together.
Yeah, it's been a while, but it's well worth the wait.
Yep. Well, hey, no disrespect. I'm just gonna be frank and transparent. I've consulted with so many people since we had our original meeting that I can't even really remember when exactly was the month that we had our consultation, what it was like. So if you can just walk people through what that experience was like for you guys, and then we're gonna actually jump into some testimonials from more recent clients.
Yeah, sure. Well, I know it was a long time ago, and we've been locked in ever since. But I came across one of your videos before, and um, all the stuff just stuck in my head, right? It was all the information you were putting out about us being indigenous and everything. And I was like, I do remember my family members, my dad, my grandma, everybody saying that we were indigenous, that, we were native, we were Creek, Blackfoot, Choctaw. But I, watched the video and everything, but I just let it sit in the back of my head. So later on, I went up to San Francisco to go visit an aunt. Actually, my daughter had a modeling gig out there. So we were there for her modeling gig. I stopped by my aunt's house. We were talking about family and everything. And she was speaking about my grandmother. And she was like, I have her marriage certificate. Would you like to see it? And so I was like, yeah, of course. Let me see. So she showed me her marriage certificate, and it had my grandma where she was born at, and it said Muskogee, Oklahoma. And I was like, Muskogee, Oklahoma. I was like, didn't Mike say something about Indian Territory and Muskogee Creek, blase, blase? It was like a whole bunch of information just started flooding my head. All the videos that I had watched of his started just funneling back through my head. So I took a copy, like a picture of my grandma's marriage certificate, came back, and I seen her father's name and her mother's name on there. And I searched their name on the Dawes Rolls, and boom, there was my great-grandfather, my grandmother's mother, and there was her mother. And it said Alex Perryman, and the name Perryman just kept on ringing with me because I had read up on the Perrymans of Oklahoma, how they had funded Oklahoma, how they were Muskogee Creek Indians, and all this other stuff. And when I seen him on the Dawes Rolls, and then I kept going, and I seen his dad, his sister, then his dad on there. It was Huey Perryman, Sudie Perryman, Hattie Perryman, Lewis Perryman, who was married to Sudie, and it just went back and back, and I was just so excited. So I came home, I sat down, and I seen Mike go live again. And when I seen him go live, I was like, I need to call in and just thank him. And that's exactly what I did. And he brought me up on the panel, and I call in, and I'm just like, thank you for the information. It was because of you. You inspired me to go and, search out things and find out about me, my ancestry, my genealogy. And I found my great grandparents on the Dawes list. Actually, I found out that we're Muskogee Creek, that my family is the Perrymans of Oklahoma, and they started general stores and post offices and helped build Black Wall Street, and they were known as the Great Cattle Barons, and it was just so crazy. And then I kept searching and searching and just found more information about the Confederacy, how my great grandfather and his brothers, my great great grandfather, 4 times great, I think 3 times great, him and his brothers, they fought for the Confederacy in the Mounted Creeks. This is crazy, right? And then later on, after a couple of battles that they were in, they ended up going over to the Union and helping the Union win the war. It was just like crazy. It was just like so much stuff. I found land plots, all due to Mike showing me how to do that during a consultation that me and my sister had booked with him. And he taught us how to do the steps and led us, down the right path of how to find all this information about ourselves. And to make a long story short, because I could keep going, if it wasn't for him, I know what I know now about myself. If it wasn't for him, my children wouldn't know what they know about themselves. Even my mother, she actually has the proof now in front of her on paperwork who she is, who her mother is, who her grandfather is, and his father, and so on, all the way back. I got all the way back to like the early 1700s, and I kid you not, coming across Mike TV, coming across Chief, I call him Chief, he deserves that name, is the best thing that ever happened to me and my family. Besides probably one day hitting the lottery, this has awakened me and everybody else around me, because all the information that I learned from him, I'm sharing it with everybody else. I can't say anything else except for that I was truly blessed to come across this stage.
All right. Hi, everyone. Well, my experience, I remember the day vividly. My sister called me. It was sometime May 2024. And she goes, hey, look at this guy. Look at this video. And she shows me the video. We watched a couple of videos of his, and like she said, we kind of like put that behind, buried it. It was interesting. It was interesting information to have, because we've always been told that we had Native heritage. So, it was good information to have. Well, fast forward, my sister calls me and she goes, I have Granny's death certificate. And it says that we're Perrymans, and I did this research, and I found this, and I found that. And she goes, and I called Mike. She goes, sis, listen to it. Listen. So she shares the interview her and Mike had on TV. So, I'm listening and I'm all in tuned, and, so she shares the research that she's done, with me. And then she goes, sis, I think we should get a consultation. And at this point, I'm like, heck yeah, we should get a consultation. We got receipts. Let's see if we're right, if we're on the right track, where are we going with this? So we get on the phone and I go, hurry up and book it. So she books it and she goes, I remember the day vividly. The whole day, it was August 30th, our consultation date. She calls Mike and she goes, yeah, she's telling him a little bit of background of our story. And, this wasn't even our consultation. This was a pre-call. She's telling him a little bit of our background. And she goes, yeah, my sister, she wants to, listen in on the phone. And he was like, oh, no, listen in. Shoot, let her join in. I'll send her the link too. We all could get on there together. It don't matter how many of you guys it is. Shoot, you can put a whole family in the background for all I care. And I'm like, perfect, So here comes consultation day, August, 30th, 2025 to be exact. And we get on there, and Mike, goes and he says, well, he's teaching us our history, of course, the difference between a free man and a freedman. We're learning so much from him. And then he goes, well, show me what you got. And so my sister goes, well, we got this. He said, do you got numbers? She says, yeah, I got numbers. She gives him numbers. And he goes, well, you guys did what you guys needed to do. Do you got this, and that? And we're like, well, we're working on this one thing, but we got pretty much everything else. And he goes, well, foul now. He goes, because you guys have proven who you are, and you have the receipts to prove that. And he goes, so my sister goes, well, Mike, thank you so much, because we're in tears at this point. And we're both, we're sharing this with our family, this in the background. We was like, we knew this. Our parents had told us this. We've always been told who we were, but we didn't have the actual receipts, so we didn't believe. We hear other people telling us we're African and who we are and where we come from, but we're not allowed to know who we are and who we come from. But we found out who we are, who we come from. We got the receipts. And since our consultation, when Mike taught us how to do the research on our own and go even further into our family lineage, we found even more. We found out that one of our ancestors opened up a post office in San Francisco, a Perryman. That's our great ancestor who did that. So it's so much things that you find out, and it's empowering. When you know who you are and you know your history, you go further in life. It's just a proven fact. We are a lost people because our identity was stolen from us. But once you know who you are, you live a different life, totally, so you walk different, your feet step different, you feel a little different. I know I stand a little bit different. I can recognize my people when I see them, and they also recognize me. And I'm very proud. I'm proud to be who I am. I'm proud to know that we found our lineage, our heritage. And I'm so happy that my sister went out her way to make sure that my family was able to get that consultation and learn who we are and prove that we were right and that my grandma didn't lie. Some of y'all always your grandma said you was a Cherokee princess. Shut that shit up. Excuse my language. Do your
No, you said it right.
Research. Go look and find out who you is. Look on your family trees, because what we found is we had not one slave on our family tree. Not one. We have full-blooded Creek Muskogee Indians on our family tree that have been reclassified: mulatto, Negro, Black, African American. Like, the list goes on. Come on now. And we got the receipts. We could prove this. So there's no way you could say that I'm telling you false information. I am a student of the king of receipts. So
come on.
There's no way that I can
Whoa. I'm not the king of receipts. I'm just some scammer out here. I'm just some con artist trying to get y'all to sign up for some fake shit and run off with them. I'm trying to run off on the plug, okay?
Nah, scammer. Well, if you a scammer, you didn't scam.
I just gotta salute you because
a lot of us.
Wait, hold on.
If you a scammer,
time out.
All we got is good things to say.
Empress. As soon as you started talking, it went all robotic-y. Just go ahead and say that from the top again.
Oh, dang. I said, if you scammed us, and if you a scammer, you scammed the hell out of us, because I'm a believer. I'm a member of the NBA church, you understand here? And I'm gonna pay tithes around this motherfucker.
No. What it is I scammed so good, I made tribal documents materialize, and all of a sudden you're finding your ancestors in Muskogee Creek archives. I mean, that's just how good I got it, y'all. It's the juju.
I don't know how you put those land allotments down there. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
you good. And I done
Come
found
on.
court documents of our land being stripped from us.
No, it's all
I done,
fake. It's all fake. I went down to the court office.
yeah,
I
there's no
fabricated
way
some
that you
documents.
put that there. Man, you got me good.
You put all those paperwork there, court papers, talking about people applying for a citizenship. You really took the time out to go do those thousands of documents. Like, you a good ass scammer. You worse than the Nigerians.
Oh, damn.
Nigerians.
I have been crowned the king scammer, better than the Nigerians.
Not to mention,
that's all I live for.
Scammer.
Not to mention all the streaming he doing too. So he really good. Like, he's scamming me, and he on camera all this time. I'm appalled.
Yeah, where he finding time to do
it? Hey, don't you know that scammers do dozens of hours of live content weekly with their face shown so you can look into their eyes? And I mean, come on.
I can identify you.
Hey, or is it these faceless trolls trying to slander my character who are the real questionable parties? I mean, guys, you have to think about this. Some of you aren't familiar with the troll trying to throw dirt on my name. Some of you are. For those that are, you have to ask yourself, why is some Latin migrant who doesn't even live in the United States making videos trying to slander a Black indigenous genealogist? Matter of fact, why is a Latin man who doesn't even live in the United States grifting our community, making a whole name for himself on YouTube, talking about Black indigenous people when he's not Black, nor is he indigenous, descendant of conquistadors last time I checked? But guys, I've done the work for the community to the point where I don't have to defend myself. I can just let my community speak on their experience. So let's actually hear from the community, shall we?
No, Mike is the real deal. His information is real. He's a humble brother, and he's all about the information. He's not about, personal gain or personal applause, personal credit. This is about our nation. It's not about one individual, but it's about us collectively as a people. And Mike is all about that, So we stand behind the brother 100%.
Have any doubt, get it out your head immediately. So yeah, like, I'm going to continue to work with Mike as much as I can. So I want to say thank you, Mike, for actually taking the time out and talk with me and my husband. Like, you definitely informed us on a lot of things. And the people out there that's watching, he will also inform you on a lot of things that you may not even know about. So I want to say thank you again, Mike.
Very grateful to Mike. We need more men like him in our lives to inform us of who we truly are. And hopefully I'll get back to him and he can inform me of my past, my ancestors. And I've been looking for this all my life. So I'm grateful for people like Mike. I know that he's doing the right thing for us. And he's teaching us things that the palm color people don't want us to learn or have never taught us in school. And I'm so grateful to him, hoping to learn so much more. I'm grateful of learning who he is and how he can inform me and other things that I have no knowledge about. So thank you, Mike. And I'll be looking forward to getting more information from you about me and my ancestry. And I'm just grateful for you in general. And please keep doing what you're doing. Don't ever stop. Keep doing what you're doing. I have total faith in you. Thank you again.
Hey everybody, this is Avery McClendon. Hi, I'm just giving you a quick announcement and a quick rendition of my consultation meeting with Mike. He was a great person to work with. He's a great genealogy specialist. Kind of mostly confirmed a lot of things that I was doing. And I still need some help. And it's okay to go for somebody with some help that know a little bit more than you. And I'm glad that I was able to come across this guy's information. The ancestors are in the algorithm. And I want people to understand that his information is legit. His information is the best source. And he can also do tracing for you and give you a whole runaround from the ancestral past. I just want to say thank you to Mike, thank you God, and thank you ancestors for all this.
It was a great session. It was a lot of informal information that was given. I am very extensive when it comes to history, so I think that it was great information because I learned quite a few things that I didn't know personally. I learned more in detail on some things that I did know as well. So I think that is a great part of the session, as well as getting an understanding of where you should start to finish. It was very helpful as far as starting off with just getting that family tree mapped out, and then from there going and finding those families within those different documents and different data systems. So I think that this was very helpful when it comes to giving me further ideals on what it is that I should be looking for while creating my family tree and mapping out my genealogy. And I truly, honestly appreciate your time.
He saved my life and giving me the direction I always needed, because growing up, I did not know about my family, nor did I know how to find out about my family. So the fact that like I tried other avenues and I felt like I was getting scammed, going through his consultation, I really felt like someone was actually trying to help me out and throwing a lot of fat on my head, bro. Like a lot of the things that he dropped, a lot of the gems that he's gonna show you, wholeheartedly, man, hang on tight, because that shit blew my mind.
I wanted to say that for the good of this session, you was thorough. I recommend this for everyone. And I will be telling in my inner circle. So get ready for when you email and they say, how did you find out about me? And they say, Derek G. You know, that young man from Miami, Florida that live in Atlanta, that I can be a, instrument to my, inner circle, that they in the same spot that I'm in, not really knowing, but got bits and pieces of story. And I just think that we can move that narrative and that needle to not just make it stories, but to really make it, what it is. So I thank you for that, Mike.
I don't know, guys. I think it's rather simple. I think it's extremely simple. I grew up just like you, being programmed into thinking that I'm an African American and that my ancestors came from Africa. But then back in 2021, me and my family traced our genealogy, and we took those loose oral traditions of indigenous grandparents and we found the documentation. I found out that my great-great-great-great-grandfather was actually a chief of the Muskogee Creek Nation, a town king of the tribe. Me and my family, we all get tribal citizenship. And what do? I make it my life's work to educate and enlighten you on how you can go through that same exact process. Why? Because I wish there was somebody out there who was a Black indigenous person, member of a federally recognized tribe, providing services for our community, showing us the way. And since I didn't see that, I had to become it. But nah, forget that. I'm just a scammer, guys. Those people are all paid actors, right, guys? I cashed app you a 40 before this meeting here. Empress, I sent you 100, okay? And all these people, I got them off Fiverr. That's what it is. I paid them each $5 for a fraudulent video testimonial. Come on, what are we talking about? At the end of the day,
Look,
I
wish
really
you
don't
did.
care. Hold on. At the end of the day, I really don't care if you go through me for genealogy research. That's never been my mission. That's never been my focus. My focus is to motivate you to do the genealogy research in the first place. And if you need personalized guidance, you can go to nativeblack.ancestry.com. If you need a digital archive with over 800 documents, family photos, newspaper clippings, book excerpts, Black Indian obituaries, fugitive Indian slave ads, then you go to nativeblack.ancestry.com. And if you're going to let a Latin immigrant who doesn't even live in our country deter you from doing your genealogical research, I don't know what to tell you.
Was very impressed. Okay, my jaw dropped plenty of times during this consultation, and I wish it didn't even have to end. It doesn't feel like it has been a couple of hours. I've just enjoyed this. I do recommend consulting with Mike about Native American ancestry, and I think that you will love it. I think that you will find the value in the information as I did.
Everybody's telling you your history and telling you what your history is and what it's not, and this and that. But it's refreshing to at least have a framework of what, your possible history is, especially like I say, growing up in being born in Worth County, that was used to be an Indian village. Indian post, and then learning that they for some reason, in the 1800s, people were removed. So I wouldn't know until I dig in deeper whether I'm, what side of them I'm on, through your consultation, where you kind of put some perspective to it. If it, like you said, if it was only 4% of Africans that was brought here to this land.
I'm glad I came across Mike. He was a great thing that I came across. He has a lot of information, a whole wealth of information. So for those of you that want your own family genealogy done, I highly recommend using Mike, because I'm going to go ahead and go further using his services. Once again, thank you, Mike. It was great meeting up with you. Thank you.
Hi, guys. My name is Javaris Johnson. I work in the oil and gas industry as a truck driver. I recently just did a consultation for my genealogy with Mike at Key Media Pro. It was awesome. A lot of great information. A lot of stuff I'm going to have to go back and digest because it was so much information, man. And it really got me, it really helped me to get on the path to enrolling with my tribe and learning everything, man. And it's just a great and awesome experience. You know, I encourage you guys, you know, if you're curious, to go out, do your family tree, and connect with your ancestry.
Hey, if you're looking to get genealogy consultation, I highly recommend Mike. You know, he was very thorough, prompt, very knowledgeable. Even taught me some stuff about the background of Indian ancestry and heritage that I didn't know. The biggest piece of it is he taught me how to pull records and really dig into those records to make sure that I have things to match up to be able to take back for my citizenship. So I really appreciate everything he does, and I highly recommend Mike as your genealogist.
Yeah, shout out to Mike TV. This was a really good consultation. If you're curious about your Native American history, this brother knows what he's talking about. He has a wealth of knowledge, wealth of information, and his prices is legit. So book a consultation, go through the process, and see what comes out on the other side.
I don't know though. I don't know. Empress, Joshina, I don't know. I don't think this is convincing enough. I think we should take the word of a Latin man, descendant of conquistadors. Guys, help me out. I didn't even watch the slanderous live stream that someone did on me earlier today, but help me out. Was that person even on camera?
I don't think so at all.
Can anybody in the chat? Can anybody in the chat who saw the expose on Mike TV, can you let me know, was the person making the claims even on camera?
I don't think so. But all I know is that this Latino guy, he needs to mind his business.
Okay.
He needs to I'm sorry, Chief, go ahead. I wasn't trying to cut you.
Oh, no, I'm just reading the chat. I was getting some feedback. They said no, not on camera. So Isaiah saw the video. Okay, Isaiah, so the person making the claims wasn't on camera. Was the person I scammed on camera? Did we actually see anybody in that video come on camera and say, hey, Mike scammed me. He took my money. He robbed me. I mean, I didn't see the video. I just got to ask. For all I know, they did a tribunal and they had 5 people on camera running receipts talking about I ran off on the plug. Let me know, chat. Let me know. Lord says, nah, he wasn't on camera. He was showing text messages. Oh, okay. Guys, I post my phone number all the time. Was there a number shown on the text messages? And if there was a number shown, was it that number? Help me out, guys. I'm just wondering if someone actually provided receipts when they try to slander me and my genealogy business. I'm just wondering. They said no, just so-called paperwork. Okay.
But what?
No,
paperwork?
I caught a piece of it. Hey, maybe there's a dossier out there where somebody got a notarized statement signed that said, I hired Mike for genealogy research and he took my money and gave me nothing in return. But for everybody that I've talked to that's actually watched that video, they said that they didn't see any receipts as it relates to my genealogy services. So I just got to ask, why would we ever allow a Latin migrant to even be involved in a discussion about Black indigeneity, let alone try to slander one of the only people in our community providing genealogical resources? I'm confused. I'm perplexed.
It's because he didn't got comfortable, because he didn't sit up here and gained a huge audience speaking about us, our ancestry, our indigeneity. He has got a lot of Black Americans following him. So he then became comfortable with speaking on us and thinking it's okay to disrespect us and come for us because his following has made him feel comfortable to do so. But I'm here to tell him that he needs to get uncomfortable with coming for my chief, especially with fake and no receipts at all. Because first of all, this is indigenous Black business. This has nothing to do with you. You are here because we allow you to be here. But as soon as we get ready to not allow you to be here, you will not be getting the following that you have. Because trust, you are making your dollar off of us, just like everybody else. And for you to be a Latino who has no stated tribe, saying the things that you are saying in a derogatory state, you have no basis and you have no grounding, and you cannot stand on anything that you are putting out when it comes to Mike TV. Because when you speak on Mike TV, you are speaking on me. He is a member of my tribe. Not just a member of my tribe, he is also a distant cousin of mine. And you will not disrespect him, because then I'm going to have to come for you. I need you to mind your business. You're starting to sound like the Africans and the other Latinos that are getting derogatory with their commentary. Mind your business. Now, another thing you need to do is go find you another avenue. See, you didn't ran your course on speaking on us enough. Since you want to get disrespectful, go speak on your people. Go take your Latino business and go speak on your Spaniard history. Go speak on probably African ancestry, since those was the ones that was brought to South America. For all we know, you probably not even indigenous at all. You probably just Spaniard in the Black Filipinos that came up over there to South America. I need you to go mind your Latino business. You done fucked up coming for Chief. That's what you're not going to do. This man has done nothing but shown receipts and been helpful, and is not a scammer. And anybody you get with fake text messages and anything like that is just another motherfucker that can't accept good work and don't know how to be patient and wait on their work. Not once have I ever met anybody that says Mike has got them for some money at all. They probably say he's a little slow on his work, but that's because he is a one man doing all these consultations, doing all these streamings, and all this extensive work on people's genealogy. He's not just going to hand people something quick, fast, in a hurry. He takes his time. He does the footwork. He does the research, and that takes extensive time. And in the meantime, he still has a family. He's still doing all these live streaming and all these consultations. You have to be patient. You have to sit and wait on the work to get done if you want good work. If you want somebody just to go type up some shit and hand it to you, there's a whole bunch of motherfuckers on TikTok doing that. Go find one of them. They'll get you your shit in 2 days. But if you want it done right, you're going to have to wait for it. It takes time. Me, myself, I have common sense. I know if I have Mike do my genealogy, I know he has hundreds of people ahead of me. I know he's not going to be able to get to my work, my genealogy paperwork, that same day. I'm not going to get it back in a week. I know I'm not going to get it back in a month. It's common sense, which it seems like some of you don't possess, but that's okay, because he doesn't have to do your work. If you can't wait and you can't be patient, then go to somebody else who's just going to give you some shit, like that other dude who was a Guillory on here from Louisiana, and dude didn't have no attack. He got his genealogy done somewhere else, and the guy who did his genealogy didn't have no attachments to it, no proof of who the people were in the tree. Just gave it to him and said, this is your family tree, but didn't have no paperwork connecting the dots. When you get your genealogy done, you have to have the footwork, the paperwork. That's what your genealogy is. It's paperwork connecting to the marriage certificates, birth certificates, land allotments, all that stuff, connecting back till you find a family member, an ancestor that is on the Dawes Rolls or in one of these civilized tribes out of the 5. You get what I'm saying? You just got to take your time and be patient. He's going to get the work done and do it right. I trust him to do mine and everybody else's. I don't understand why.
Oh, wait a minute. I think your mic cut out. She was cooking too hard, okay? She made the microphone short circuit up here.
I'm gonna
No,
calm
you good,
down
you good. We can hear you.
I got to hitting the mic and shit because I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate about you, Chief, and about this, everything that you're doing. This whole movement, this whole awakening. This is us. So when you come for Chief, you're coming for us, because everything that he does has to do with our ancestry. Everything he has to do with our family members. Everything he has to do is a fight against all the lies that we were told growing up. Everything that we were taught in school, that we based every move on in life and how we thought about ourselves. Everything that he is doing, he is lifting the curse. Every time he gives you a genealogy and shows you who you really are, that helps lift the curses. I don't know if y'all get it. This shit is deep. It's not just paperwork. It's not just saying you're a native. fuck a native, indigenous to this land, the true heirs of America, the true heirs of this soil, all the way from the Caribbean to South America. This shit is ours. I don't know what y'all don't understand. This work that he is doing is greater than just saying I got a native card, or you know, it's bigger than that. It's deep. Y'all got to think and be thinkers about it and see. And it takes time to get this work done and get you the correct paperwork, get you the correct steps to get to these documents of who you are and who your family members were, your ancestors. It's not nothing to play with. So yeah, it takes time. It might take more than 90 days. It might take 6 months. If he took a year on my shit, I wouldn't give a fuck, because I know my shit gonna be done right. I know he didn't backstep, he didn't track, he didn't double check this, double check that, and dotted all his I's before he gave it to me. Y'all need to slow down and calm down with that. And back to the Latino, mind your Latino business. Stay over there in your lane of what you doing. Stay over there what you doing, and then up your game and go talk about your Latino ancestry, because y'all the ones, your people really lost up over there. They lost a little bit with this Aztec and Mayan shit, and thinking that how they look today is how they supposed to look, when half of them is indigenous blacks and Africans and indigenous Filipinos. Go help them out.
Hey,
Go do some
all I'm
footwork on
saying
that.
is, if at least a member of our community called me a scammer, then hey, I'd feel like I at least have to address it. But what the hell do I care that some Latin American man who ain't even from here, is not black nor indigenous? I mean, opinions are like assholes. Everybody got them. And for those who actually saw the videos, I got people in the chat talking about, oh, he said something about 5 years ago in a room and a girl. I mean, I would say relevancy, Your Honor. We're talking about black indigeneity over here. We're talking about teaching you how to trace your heritage. The only thing that you need to know is, well, if Mike's providing consultations, teaching people how to do their genealogy and go through the tribal citizenship process, how do I know that he knows his stuff? Oh, because I'm a member of a federally recognized tribe, because I traced my ancestry and I can name my indigenous ancestors. Because day in and day out, I do at least 20 to 30 weeks of free live streaming, educating the entire community on their hidden indigenous roots. So at the end of the day, I really don't have to defend a damn thing. All I have to do is continue to allow my work to speak for itself.
To this consultation with Mike, I came off of really doing a lot of past information for myself. I was trying to connect the dots to see where my family did come from. You know, unfortunately, I hit a lot of roadblocks on the way. And with the consultation that I had today, it did open me up to a lot of knowledge and information that can help me with my journey to finding out where I definitely do come from. And I know a lot of genealogy is not really easy to kind of do. And Mike, you really opened up my eyes to a lot of things that I kind of knew about, but he got me to really see it in a different manner, or explain it in a way that kind of helped me understand the way to connect the dots that'll kind of help us really get to that next step in our genealogy. The consultation is definitely worth it. He really knows the stuff, and I would definitely recommend that you seek out a consultation.
Hi, my name is Vishelle, and I came across Mike on YouTube showing some historical information about how, you know, we're not all from Africa. And of course, it got my attention as I've been doing my genealogy research for a little while, but I hit a brick road and I needed more help. So the consultation that I had with Mike, it was great, very informative. It showed me a lot of history that I was unaware of, and it's made me more aware of what I don't know. So with finding him, I'm pretty sure that it's going to open up a new door, information about who I really am, who my lineage is, and I'm excited to get started. I'm so happy to have found him, and I recommend him to anyone who may have hit a brick road, who is interested in, you know, going a little bit further than they may have been able to get, or just to find out the truth about your ancestry. Contact him.
Yeah, you guys gotta check out that genealogy consultation. I learned a lot of information from the man Mike TV. A lot of stuff I didn't know, a lot of history. It's a lot to unfold, and a lot of mysteries you won't even know about until you do this. You really need to do this to find out about your genealogy and yourself, because that's the only way you're gonna get this stuff done and get your stuff that you rightfully own, what's your land and your money, everything. I appreciate everything, Mike, all the information. I learned a lot. Good looking, brother.
Okay, you know what? I just wanted to just put this out there. This is my experience with Michael, getting my genealogy from my family, and it's been a great experience. You know, just learning from where my bloodline could be right here on American soil, just understanding the roots here, right here in America, could have so much in common with my bloodline. It's astounding. I mean, I have my eyes have been open. You know, even if you're a person that don't do a lot of research on your genealogy, on your background, on your bloodline, being a so-called African American, this is a great start. If you need any type of information, if you just want to know a little bit about your history, where you come from, anything, this is a great start because you know, just being a person of color and having stories flipped on you, not knowing exactly who to reach to, or not knowing exactly what foundation to go through. This is the perfect start right here. Just knowing that there's somebody that got your back, somebody that's willing to take those steps to get you to know not the fable, not the fiction, but the honest to God truth. So I definitely encourage all my peers, all my peoples out there to get involved and to find out exactly where you come from. This is a great start. So I encourage all my peoples to, you know what I'm saying, look into your genealogy and start with Michael. Michael's a great person, and he's going to definitely lead you the right way.
Shout outs to Mike TV. He's helping me get my genealogy and tribal affiliations in order. I'm actually going to go to a family reunion this coming weekend. So shout out to you, Mike, and I got faith that you're going to make it happen. You know what I mean?
My name is Marietta Jessup, and I booked a consultation with Mike. It was so informative. I have a huge family. Like, my family is really big. It's like 11 brothers and sisters, and all together with the grandkids and the great grandkids, it's like over 100 of us. So I started thinking, we need to know where we from, because my mom died in 2021 and my dad died last year, and we need to know where we come from and who we are. And the information that I got from Mike was so astounding, things I never even thought about or heard about. And I just appreciate everything that he has done and everything that he had given me. And I would suggest that every Black American, African American, do your genealogy, because you're going to need it. You're going to need to know where you come from. Your kids going to need to know where they come from. And your grandkids going to need to know where they come from. So do it. And he's very good, and I appreciate it. And thank you, Mike.
It was enlightening. Of course, I'm not alone with this journey of connecting genealogy. It's a process where allow you to say that, okay, you're not just a story out of a book. You're literally connected to the world before the genocide occurred regarding for church and state in combination. So I'm glad to know that I'm not alone with this journey.
You enlightened me to, go harder, dig for my ancestral roots. You know what I'm saying? Because the more you find out, the more you know. All the history that we have been taught in school, it just don't line up to all the new truth they're finding out. So you have to dig for the truth, man. And I appreciate Mike enlightening me and pushing me to go harder. So peace to you, Mike. I think everybody should dig deep and holler at your boy Mike, and he'll give you the genealogy constellation, and y'all go from there.
Just finished my consultation with Mike. A lot of information in a short period of time, but it was very valuable information. I'm definitely excited to get started searching up my genealogy. He has been an awesome resource. Gave me a lot of information, a lot of things, a lot of pieces to the puzzle I didn't have. He was able to help me find them, and I 100% recommend Mike and his services to anyone who's looking to crack the code, so to speak, on their genealogy, because there's a lot of how we say fake news going around with this subject, and it's very important that people are able to put the pieces together, because if you don't know your history, you don't know your future. So 100% sign up.
I don't know, guys. I'm just a scammer, though. I'm just a scammer. We just gonna let foreigners, faceless foreigners, try to tell us who we should go through when conducting genealogy research. I mean, we should take the word of foreigners from other countries instead of members of our community. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Hey, Joshina, Empress, is it too much to ask for? Is it too much to ask for that if someone is going to try to slander me and my family business, is it too much to ask for them to at least come on camera and bring up 30 plus people on camera that I've allegedly scammed? Because I got 30 plus people on camera saying nothing but great things. I don't know. I'm biased. I need some feedback from the audience.
From you being for you to be the king of receipts is what the internet has dubbed you. People who follow you, who've known you for years, the king of receipts. I would think if anyone was to come for you, they would come prepared with receipts, not hiding behind a camera, excuse me, or with some flimsy text messages that don't even have a number that tied to Chief. I would think they would get it together, like a district attorney who's going to trial. Because when you come for the king receipts, who's going to have all this evidence and all this paperwork, you going into battle. And he was totally not prepared at all. So he lost the battle, and he already lost the war because he was not prepared. If you're going to come for Chief, you're going to have to bring all that, because Chief definitely going to bring it. And we going to follow right behind him and bring some more. So stop playing. Stop playing with Chief. If you're going to come for him, you better have receipts.
One of the reasons why he won't cam up is because the way he looks, like a meth addict. Teeth is all rotten down his mouth and stuff. Let's not
leave him alone. Hey, he lives in South America somewhere. I don't think they got the same kind of dental system as we got over in the
There's no
States.
excuse when you're
No.
monetizing
We got enough money to
off of
catch a
our
flight.
topic. You're monetizing, and you've been monetizing for years. So it ain't like you ain't getting your share off of our back.
Well, and let's take it a step further, because years ago I came across his videos. It was never my cup of tea, because not only is he a foreigner monetizing the Black indigenous community, but he also does a bunch of weird pseudo content that leads our community astray. One video is about us being Black indigenous. Next video is we was the real Black Jews. Next video, we the real Black noble Europeans. I mean, it seems like he just kind of grifts to whatever fringe pseudo historical take is popular for the time being, and that's cool. But at the end of the day, I gotta correct Empress ever so slightly. You were mentioning a war. This isn't a war. This isn't even a skirmish. I would never take the opinion of a foreigner, especially a foreigner that's a Latin man descending from colonizers. I would never take the word of a foreigner with anything more than a grain of salt. And if anybody out there is really going to allow a foreigner from another country to disparage and try to discredit a member of their community, then that's not a member of our community to begin with. I mean, I'm not worried about it.
Right. Exactly. How you going to take the word of somebody else, or let somebody who is not even from our community discourage you from doing what you need to do for yourself and for your family? There's no way you're supposed to be.
Oh, so somebody got a little bit of background noise. But yeah, shout out to Humphrey. Humphrey
me.
says indigenous North Americans have no friends. Yeah. The chat saying he's one of those he's with one of those strange Black women who knows her standards are not Black men. Okay, so he's sleeping with a Black woman, which is why he feels emboldened to get in a bunch of Black indigenous business and make his name on YouTube talking about Black folks. I got you. And somebody in the chat asked a great question earlier. They said, let me see if I can find it. They said, great question. What is his tribe? I don't think the faceless troll in Latin America has ever named his tribe. Is he claiming to be Maya? Is he claiming to be Aztec? I mean, I'm a Muskogee Creek Indian. This is verified. My lineage is documented. But we're going to Latins just get online talking about indigenous people and make a bag off of us. Okay. All
And
right.
what kind of black is she? The woman that he's sleeping with, that's the reason why he feel like he's able to speak on us. She probably not even American. So, it's always others putting themselves into our business. And then it is always these others that sleep with a person, a heavily melanated person, and feel like they have the right to be inside our business, and they don't. But I'd have to question, who is she? Who is she? Is she a black American? Or is she a foreigner?
I think it's Tethers shacking up with Tethers. I think that's what it is. Come on. I don't know most Black American women who migrate to a third world Latin American shithole country and shack up with a man with a mush mouth like that. I mean, I'm just gonna be a little petty, guys. I can at least be a little petty. With all the dirt that's been thrown on my name, can't I be a little petty? But again, don't believe anything I say. Don't believe anything the lovely ladies on camera say. Don't believe any of the 30 plus testimonials I can show you with ease, because a Latin man says I'm a scammer.
How you doing? My name's Major Wright. I just got done with my consultation with Mike. If you trying to trace your ancestry, Mike is a good first step to go through. He's going to break it down to you, all 3 steps to get you what you need. And if you want somebody to maybe do the research for you, you pay that price and Mike can help you too. But yes, he will fill you up with knowledge that you never knew and give you all the things like those unanswered questions in your head throughout time. Talk to Mike, man. He's a great dude. I believe in Mike.
Hi guys, I had my genealogy consultation with Mike today. I highly recommend it. He has a lot of information that will probably benefit you guys. And if you ever get a chance, just you give him a chance. He's a great guy, and I believe he's trustworthy. Very, very trustworthy.
Hi, my name is Frances Tuck, and I contacted Mike from Mike TV on YouTube because I wanted to find out about my family's Native American history that I believed existed. Through the research that I was able to do through Mike TV, I was able to find out that our name is indeed on the registry. I had a consultation with Mike today, and because of his advice and the research that he has done, I am now confident that I'm able to find my family's roots in the Native American History Database. Thank you, Mike.
Mike TV, he's knowledgeable about his information about the American Indians and how we change our classification over time and the different types of mounds and different rules from the French, from the British. If you want valuable information, you want to really find out who in your lineage and who are the people you come from, I suggest going with Mike TV. His prices are affordable. He's not like some of these other people out here. I urge, go with Mike TV.
I'm so glad that, I even, experienced this. I'm glad I experienced you from, enlighten me from the internet to, online, getting one-on-one in depth, giving me a lot of information that I can take back to my people as well. And hopefully we could both get everything meshing with everything with the lineage and everything with the genealogy. This is no scam. This is all real. This is a real homeboy that put it down. He mean what he say. He got receipts and he put it down. He stands on business. Straight up. One love.
And you see, guys, this broadcast is really just to provide transparency to my community. I don't have to defend baseless accusations from foreigners, not in the slightest. But you guys do need some context. Now, I'm not going to say the Latin clown's name because I'm not going to give him any clout for those who are not already familiar with him. But for those who are familiar with him, you can just go to my YouTube channel, click the search bar, type his name in, and you'll see that I actually did an expose on him over a year ago. So when you see that today he's doing a video on me, know that he's not a non-biased source. No, he's a man that's scorned, because over a year ago, I already exposed him for some very strange behavior within our community. I don't know, Empress, Joshina, do you think I should run through that footage so that folks can see my personal interaction with this man because it was crazy. I actually caught one of his lives and I was just wondering what tribe he was from. I was like, why do we got some Mexican or some Latin dude making a whole channel talking about black folks are Indian? Like, clearly he's grifting. So I just sent him a super chat one day last year to ask him what tribe he was a part of. Members of my community in the chat have been asking the same question on this broadcast. What tribe is he a part of? What tribe even is he a part of? And when I asked him what tribe he's a part of, oh, his response was very strange.
Yeah, go ahead and run that.
Where?
Run that. Roll the tape. Roll the tape. I
Roll
think
the
the audience, the
Yeah.
chat needs to see what
Yeah, they
actually
need to see
happened
where
and
the
why he in his
animosity
bag.
started at, where the animosity
Yeah.
originated from.
Yeah, go
Yep.
ahead and show everybody why he's so mad. Go ahead,
And
play
shout out
that.
to Nigel. Nigel says, I first heard the black European shit from people who tune into him. Exactly. Over the last few years, he was the source of the black people are really European and King James was really black and King Charles was really black. You mean they had African descent? You mean they were Africans in Europe that colonized the Americas? They were African colonizers. But you see how they don't say things that simply. They want to lead y'all astray with a whole bunch of pseudoism. But guys, let me show you the interaction that I had with the man over a year ago. And now you'll see why he has such a gripe with Mike TV. Check it out, y'all. Check it out.
Super chat. What's up? Hold on. Okay, hold up. Hey, Mike, keep giving me your money, man. Dummy. I ain't answering you now on purpose.
Damn, all I did was send him $5, sent a super chat and said, what tribe are you a part of? And his response verbatim is, Mike, keep giving me your money, dummy. I don't have to answer you. This is how he speaks to a member of the Black indigenous community, but he wants to get online, grift in our culture, grift in our lineage, get into the bag off of us? Damn, okay. Yeah, Nick says he even did a video talking about Abe Lincoln was a Negro. Yeah, these are the pseudo foreigners over in Latin America, descendants of fucking conquistadors who want to lead our community astray. Let's talk about it. Isaiah says, so he's obviously not in any tribe. I don't know. Maybe that's just how he reacts to someone sending him money and asking his tribal affiliation. I know if somebody sent me a $5 super chat right now and said, Mike, what tribe are you a part of? I'd say I'm a Muskogee Creek Indian, just like my grandfather. I wouldn't say, oh, dummy, I'm not going to answer you. Keep giving me your money. What?
Hold up. Super chat. What's up? Hold on. Okay, hold up. Hey, Mike, keep giving me your money, man. Dummy. I ain't answering you now on purpose. I ain't answering. I've said who I am, and you can't just pay me just because you want to ask a question and then you want me to respond right away. What's wrong with you, man? I'm reading. I'm not gonna see every message, man. So your whole attitude and all that, and I'm thank you for the $5. Thank you for wasting your money. Thank you. All right. And now guess what, Mike TV? I don't like you, man. I don't want to see you on my channel anymore, man. Thank you for doing that.
What did I do to old Snaggletooth Conquistador? I'm just wondering. I thought I just asked him what tribe he's a part of.
You didn't do anything. He got mad because he knows that he ain't part of no tribe and he can't back it up and he don't know himself. And you wasn't being malicious. You wasn't being mean or anything like that. You wasn't trolling. You was actually interested in knowing if he's a member of the community. So what tribe are you from? All he had to do is simply state, I don't know. But his reaction showed that he don't know what tribe he from. And all that anger and animosity that came out from that simple question, he need to cut it out. That was just ridiculous. That's how somebody who's guilty answers a question when somebody know they ain't shit. That's how they answer a question when they know they ain't shit. And I don't like you now. And now I'm gonna block you. And thank you for the $5. What kind of shit is that? He probably needed a hit. It had to be that. It had to be he needed a hit. I'm telling you, that nigga was dry. He needed a booyah or something. He needed to go sneak a little. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no way you answer a question like that. And then his profession, with him dealing with the community and dealing with people in his chat, people are going to ask you questions. Oh, I'm reading right now. I'm not going to see every message. But you've seen that one. So why not answer? You've seen that message. So why not answer?
we see true and tribal members who give out that information for free. Who are you? What do you identify as? What's your tribe? Mike sits there and gives that out for free all day long. Like, it's not something that you charge for. It's just like asking what city, what state you from. Like, what's so hard and why all the hostility for that question is because you're pandering off of someone else's identity. You're sharing false information. One day you believe in Pangea, next day you don't believe in Pangea. Like, one day they Moors, the next day they Africans. Like, are natives. Like, come on now. Like, the streams must be drying up or something. That's why.
So somebody earlier in the chat said that his slanderous hit piece on me today, he made the claim that my mother is white. Damn, why don't you talk about your European ancestry instead? Clearly you got it. Ain't nobody gonna see me and think that my mother is Caucasian, but we've got foreigners within our community who've got real comfortable because the knuckle draggers within our community have bolstered them up, have filled their ego. Guys, if he did a 2-hour hit piece on me, you would think that I would have that kind of animosity towards him. Oh, I don't like you and blah, 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 blah. I'm big chillin'. But the fact that he got that strung out by me simply sending him a 5 and asking what tribe is he a part of, guys, that was the best $5 I ever spent, because all it took was $5 to expose yet another fraud within our community. Let's talk about it.
He didn't even know you to say he doesn't like you or anything like that. He never had a conversation with you, no interaction with you at all before that. You didn't troll him or anything. You're sitting there chilling in his chat, trying to see what he's talking about and like, hey, what tribe you from? And that's the reaction you got.
Nigel says the other dude claimed you got a white dad. Yeah, don't you know both my parents are white? Don't you know that 2 Caucasians make a melanated man, and somehow the Muskogee Creek Nation is just letting the guy in who's Caucasian? Oh yeah. In this photo of my grandpa, he's Caucasian too, guys. We're all Caucasians. Right. What are we talking about? Come on. Okay, Keo D says, I agree, brother. He also said you a scammer because you charge for genealogy and he does it for free. Well, you know what? If he does it for free and he does it successfully, then he should be able to show video testimonials of all the people that he's helped.
Really liked the information that I learned today, and it really opened up my mind. Before, I have to say that I was a little bit more closed-minded, and sadly, I didn't really understand a lot of the things about Native American history that my mom was also have been trying to tell me about the people in America. But this really opened my mind, and it also was really, really easy information to understand. Even though it was a lot of information, it was still very, very easy to understand. So I recommend, especially for the people with closed minds or the people who don't believe some things about ancestry and Native American history of Americans, many Americans in America, I really recommend that they give this a shot and look at this information, because I do believe that it's different and that you will learn a lot.
And you learn so much about history that they don't teach in schools. They don't teach it in college. And, it's so many people that were, that took pictures back then. And they were actually what they would call Black today, but they're not actually Black, but they were Native Americans. But just because of how they looked, then they would reclassify them differently. Like first they were Native, and then they became mulatto, and then they were colored, and then they were Black, and then they were African first, then American. So it's like so many different classifications, and it sort of like keeps our true identity buried. But this, it actually, you learn how to put together your family tree. You are actually taught how to not just put together a family tree, but to connect your background with your Native heritage. And that's very important. It's very important to let your family know and your children know. And sometimes connect with your grandparents, and they can also remember a lot of the history. And it's very important to have that information.
All right. Hi. So I found Mike via YouTube. He showed up in my YouTube feed and I started to engage with his content. It was very interesting because I'd already started doing my own genealogy on ancestry.com and was very interested in understanding the background that was a part of the lore of my family and our indigeneity. And so ultimately I decided to book a consultation because I realized that he actually knew what he was talking about and had built that trust. And I'm glad that I did because not only have I learned enough to know that Mike is the person to help me push this this forward, right, and help us discover where we come from truly, but I've also learned that more about the history of Indians in this country and how we were reclassified and so forth. But it was definitely a journey of discovery. And so, if you are at all wondering if it's worth it, then I would say yes, go ahead and book the session. It will be worth your while.
I don't know, guys. They say I'm just a scammer, though. I don't know. Latin Snaggletooth, descendant of conquistadors, said that I'm a scammer because I charge for genealogy consultations and he does it for free. Help me out, guys. You've been on YouTube longer than me. You guys are more familiar with the faceless Latin troll more than I am. He's been on YouTube for like 10 years or something, right? Several years, much longer than I. Has he ever showed a video testimonial from a Black American he's helped trace their lineage? I know I'm showing dozens. I know I'm showing dozens and dozens, but has he shown one? Please tell me that he's at least done like one live stream where one of his clients that he helped for free called in and was like, oh my gosh, this Latin man, this Latin American man in South America really helped me find my indigenous American roots. I'm just wondering, guys, I'm serious. I'm not being sarcastic. I don't watch him. Some of y'all do. Let me know. Put a 0 in the chat if you have never seen a testimonial from one of his clients. I'm just asking. Have either of you, Empress, Joshina?
I haven't seen not one testimonial from a client that said that he helped them with genealogy or family tree or any type of testimony of anybody actually on his channel. Come on now. And I was tuned in for some months. He had me going around 2023. I was tuned in, like didn't miss a show. So no, not seen not one testimony of anything. And I don't think that we will see any testimony of anything. I mean, because where are they now? They're not in the chat. Where the people at?
Has he even done a live stream where a Black American has joined him on a broadcast?
Not that I know of. I know I started watching him during COVID. I came across his page and I watched one of his series from Black Indigenous or from something like that to slave or something like that. It was like a series he had. It was something of
We
that.
got we got a Latin American man who's obsessed. A Latin American man who's obsessed with our culture, making videos about from Black Indigenous to slave. We really Black Jews and Black Europeans and all kinds of shit, right? Oh, he was doing celebrity. Okay, so he's a celebrity genealogist. Okay, so we've never seen a Black American co-sign him, no testimonials, no collaborative live streams. But the one time we see him interact with a member of our community, this is how mans behaves.
Super chat, what's up? Hold on. Okay, hold up. Hey, Mike, keep giving me your money, man, dummy. I ain't answering you now on purpose. I ain't answering. I've said who I am, and you can't just.
He can make thousands of dollars. Don't get it twisted, y'all. He's getting to the bag. Even if he's not making much, he lives in a third world Latin American shithole somewhere in South America. The currency conversion is powerful. He making a living talking about our community. And when one of us just asks him, hey, what tribe are you a part of? All right, talk about a crash out.
Pay me money, man. Okay, hold up. Hey, Mike, keep giving me your money, man. Dummy. I ain't answering you now on purpose. I ain't answering. I've said who I am, and you can't just pay me just because you want to ask a question and then you want me to respond right away. What's wrong with you, man? I'm reading. I'm not gonna see every message, man. So your whole attitude and all that, and I'm thank you for the $5. Thank you for wasting your money. Thank you. All right. And now guess what, Mike TV? I don't like you, man. I don't like you, man. I don't want to see you on my channel anymore, man. Thank you for doing that. Now I hid you. And thanks for the $5, dummy. Like this is what I'm saying, guy. Like you have no discipline. Like how old are you, Mike? Are you 12 years old, man? You don't give me money just to get acknowledged. Thank you anyways. Keep throwing money at me. Go ahead.
Don't give me money to be acknowledged. Guys, isn't that literally the reason why YouTube has a super chat button? Don't you literally send money to make it a super chat so that the content creator is notified of your comment, they acknowledge it, the whole chat sees it in bright colors? I don't know, guys. I did something wrong. I did something wrong to this Latin man, and he's triggered. And this is a year ago. So when now he's making videos trying to slander me and my business that I've been running for a couple years now you see where this animosity stems from.
Anyways, keep throwing money at me. Go ahead. I've shown my genealogy. I've shown all that, man. And what's your point of your question? I don't care. I don't want why you want to know. But I know when people asking me that, they're being subliminal. What's this?
Damn, if you an insecure little bitch, just say, Mike, I'm an insecure little bitch. All I said is, what tribe are you a part of? And he's trying to assume my intentions behind asking the question. Hey, you want to know how to figure out if someone's a pretendian? Ask them what tribe they're a part of and see what their answer is.
And what's your point of your question? I don't care. I don't want why you want to know. But I know when people asking me that, they're being subliminal. What does this have to do with me? Right now, we're reading something. Mike, you cornball, man. I know your channel, Mike. You're a cornball, man.
Oh, he knows my channel. And that's crazy how I have the same exact response a year later. Wasn't in the replay. I was about to say the same thing. Oh, he knows me. I don't know him. Come on. Guys, this footage is over a year old. Don't get it twisted and think that this man just woke up today and was like, oh, there's this black guy scamming Black Americans and I just want to set the record straight. No, even before I sent him the super chat a year ago, he's watched me and didn't like me because of some strange reason. I mean, all right, we got foreigners crashing out right before our eyes. What do y'all think about this? Did I do something wrong? Did I say something mean?
You didn't say anything mean or anything wrong at all. Just from that, when you explain that he said he knows your channel, that means he's been watching you way before you even asked him what tribe he was. So he was already on defense because he knows that you want receipts and he ain't have them. He dreaded the day you popped up in his chat. He was like, oh shit, that's Mike TV. He finna get on my ass. That's why he was defensive like that.
Oh, wait, I was on mute. Chat, help me out, chat. Give me some fists or feathers in the chat. I need fists and I need feathers. If you've seen this man's content throughout the years and have also wondered, what tribe is he a part of? Can I get some feedback? Am I the only one who had that question? I was just curious. I seen some Latin dude making a bunch of videos about black people are Europeans. No, wait, black people are Jews. No, wait, black people are Hebrew Israelites. No, wait, black people are indigenous. I was just wondering what tribe he's a part of. We already know that Latin America doesn't have like governmental recognized tribes like we do in the US. I'm not like saying he needs to be a citizen of some tribal nation, but you can't even let us know what indigenous tribe your abuela was from. I mean, oh, it's because you come from Europeans that colonized this land. But now you flip the script and try to milk money from the descendants of those your ancestors colonized. I'm just confused. I'm just perplexed. Come on. I can't be the only one that have had these questions. Hey, give me some more feedback. Put a 0 in the chat if you actually saw, not even the entire thing, but just put a 0 in the chat if you saw some of the slanderous video that he made about me. I think it was like 2 hours long. Put a 0 in the chat if you saw the video. Let me know. I know there was a couple people in the chat earlier who saw the video, who saw bits and pieces of it. Let me know. Okay. I'm seeing some zeros in the chat. So some of you guys saw the video. I got to ask you because I didn't see the video. I don't pay attention to the trolls like that. The only reason I'm responding is because a couple members of my community were concerned. So I said, you know what? I guess I'll set the record straight one time. But guys, we've got some people in the chat who saw his hit piece on me. I got to ask you this. Did he ever acknowledge in his video that me and him have a history together? Did he acknowledge, oh, a year ago, Mike sent me $5 and I got triggered and crashed out because ever since I saw Mike come on YouTube, I just didn't like Mike. Did he ever let you guys know that he already has a history with me and already doesn't like me? Or did you assume that he was just doing a PSA all of a sudden? Let me know. Let me know. Because I'm going to give you context.
I think it's jealousy when it comes to some members in the Latino community, because their claims of being indigenous, Aztec and Mayan and all that kind of stuff, they don't have documentary like how we do. And they've always staked that claim in there. They have always been very proud of it and they stand on it, and they always tried to belittle and look down on Black people like, oh, you're from Africa, oh, you're whoop-de-whoop. But here he is faced with an actual person that defeats all the stereotypes and stigmatisms that have been put on us, standing in front of him with documentation and with a tribal ID, a Black man standing there, and he don't have one. He don't have what you have.
Not even that. He couldn't even say what tribe he identified with. He couldn't give us nothing. Not no auntie, grandma, poppy, anybody ain't told
You don't
him
even
where
have
he
to have
from.
tribal citizenship, but you can at least let us know what indigenous roots you're alleging that you have.
Exactly.
I mean, what are we talking about?
Exactly.
I think his
Who
Black
do you identify with?
I think his Black woman probably be doing all this research, and he was probably one of them that wasn't working or something like that, and she set him down in front of the camera with that and said, "Here, nigga, read this."
Somebody just sent me an email. Someone just sent me an email with his location. They say he's out in Costa Rica. Okay, so we got a Costa Rican man who has nothing to do with North American Black indigenous people, but he's getting to the bag talking about us. And when we simply ask what tribe he's from, hey, let's talk about
Well, I
it.
think I knew he was not in the Americas somewhere, because I remember seeing a video of him, old video, like during COVID, and he was walking on a beach somewhere, like in the water or somewhere, and you could tell by the terrain and everything that he wasn't here. And he showed his house and like the vegetation around his house. It looked kind of tropical. So yeah, Costa Rica sounds right from what I've seen in the video of him walking around. But you know
what's
this
crazy?
is totally
Hold on. What's crazy though is some of you guys have seen this content for years. For those people who have seen this content, has he ever made a video about his Costa Rican heritage, about his European, Spanish, Portuguese roots? Has he ever made a video about him and his community, or is he only dick riding the North American Black indigenous community? I'm just asking questions here. I just want to know. Yeah, Lloyd, study your peeps and we'll study ours. It's that simple. Nick says, you must have pissed Buddy off, Mike. What did you do to him? I asked him what tribe he's a part of. That's what I did. Let's keep it rolling.
But thanks for the $5, cornball. J9, yeah, you were being too polite to him, to my channel, and trying to interrupt me and throw money at me, and then want me to say, "Oh, thank you so much. I thank you, man. I just scammed you, bro. You just got scammed. Thank you.
Oh, so the man who just made a 2-hour hit piece on me, calling me a scammer, I have him on video bragging about scamming me over a year ago. Guys, this is why context is important. This is why transparency is key. For those of you that saw his poor attempt at slander, y'all didn't know that I got him in 4K confessing to scamming a member of the Black Indigenous community. And no, sir, I don't think you scammed me because I sent you a super chat and you tweaked out. You scammed yourself because this footage don't make you look good. Not at all. I got to run that back, y'all. We got a man who's bragging about scamming me, now a year later calling me a scammer. Okay.
J9, yeah, you're being too polite to him. To my channel and trying to interrupt me and throw money at me and then want me to say, oh, thank you so much. I thank you. Man, I just scammed you, bro. You just got scammed. Thank you.
So he's bragging about scamming me out of $5? If this nigga is so giddy and so braggadocious over feeling like he scammed a Black person out of $5, then maybe he's not the person y'all should watch for your Aboriginal content. I'm just saying.
You just got scammed, Mike. Thank you for those $5, man. Put some gas in my car, man. You know, I don't have to pay for gas now. He has color issues. Oh, Mike, who has color issues? Yo, Davada. Yo, thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate the love, man. Mike TV gets no love. Mike TV, why you waste your money on me, man? Get no love. All right. Don't be like Mike. You're gonna get scammed.
Hey, you heard it here first. Don't be like Mike. You're going to be scammed. Don't send this motherfucker no money. You're going to get scammed. I mean, crackhead with a yuck mouth. I mean, guys, at first, hindsight's 2020. At first, I was like, is he so poor? Is he so down bad? Why is he bragging about getting $5? But I realized due to his background and some people hitting me up that Mans is hiding out in South America somewhere. So me giving him $5 is probably a lot of money in whatever shithole South American country he's hiding out in. So, hey, I'm feeding his village for a week, it seems.
Yeah. Mike got scammed. He gave me $5 for nothing. So Mike probably has a YouTube channel he wants everybody to go to. Unsubscribe, hit dislike, tell him, hey, you made a fool of yourself in Cootie Mail's channel, man.
Yeah, guys, you heard it here first. Mike has a YouTube channel. Unsubscribe, hit dislike. I made a fool out of myself because I sent him $5 via super chat to see if he could actually tell us what tribe he's a part of. Y'all, this is strange behavior. This is strange behavior. What do you think, ladies? I mean, have y'all even seen this footage right here? Or is this the first time you seeing it? And Joshina's on mute.
think I seen the video. I think I seen the video that you had did. I went back and watched some of your previous videos, and I seen this video before, but I'm glad to see it again because it shows his character, and his character sucks. Like, this is terrible. I wouldn't pay him to do my genealogy, and I don't think that any heavy melanated indigenous Black people should trust him to do their genealogy or any kind of work for them with the attitude and the character that he's showing. What kind of businessman acts like that and talks like that? And here you are, so-called proclaimed teacher of history, and you act like a dick in real life. Like, what kind of shit is that? Who wants to do anything or any kind of business with him? Y'all, don't y'all go to that man for y'all genealogy. You want someone of your own to do your genealogy for you. Book a consultation with Mike, and he gonna get you right. You book a consultation with him, you show ain't gonna win.
Hey, what do you think, Joshina?
His genealogy consultation gonna lead you back to some kind of European ancestry or some kind of Moor, or like he is.
Your great great grandma was a Moorish sovereign citizen Hebrew Israelite.
Yeah, and they ain't gonna have no paper receipts to prove your genealogy or your family tree. You know how they say people try to deflect, they deflect because they're doing something and they want to put that energy off on someone else. Well, my testimony is that Mike is not that type of person. Mike is not doesn't have scammer energy, but I'm sorry, that other guy, he does. He gives scammer energy. Basically being, look at him. Just look how he does not identify himself, but he wants to identify everybody else. Then he has no true one avenue of belief. He's all over the place with his teachings. And yeah, I was familiar with this content because I did bring this up in a conversation between me and you, Mike. I was like, hey, you hear about this guy and he got this and this and that going on? And you was like, yeah, let me just send you this clip right here and then you be the judge of that. You didn't lead me to think a certain type of way. You didn't tell me how to think about this guy or anything like that. You just was like, here, you be the judge of this conversation or this interaction. And my reaction to that was, where is all this hostility coming from? If you know who you are, if you believe in what you're teaching, but you don't, obviously, because you wouldn't be so hostile for just that basic identity question. Like I said, it's like us Black Americans, we ask everybody where they hood from, where they sat at every day. Where you from, homie? Where you stepping at? Like, so it's a natural question for us to ask, who do you identify with? What's your tribe? Especially knowing that we are part of a tribe. What's your tribe? You speaking on tribes, you speaking on natives. Who are you? Where are you from? Well, who do you identify as? And this guy was just so hostile because he has no identity. He's one of those mestizos who don't have an identity. That's
he ain't even a mestizo. Hold on, a mestizo is supposed to be half indigenous, half Mexican. He a whole blanco up here. He a whole blanco gringo talking about, I've got white parents and I'm scamming the community, but we got him in 4K bragging about scamming a Black indigenous man.
Thank you for those $5, man. Put some gas in my car, man. You know, I don't have to pay for gas now. He has color issues. Oh, man.
That shit was so fucking rude.
It's that
$5, cornball.
Come on.
J9, yeah, you were being too polite to him. To my channel and trying to interrupt me and throw money at me and then want me to say, oh, thank you so much. I thank you. Man, I just scammed you, bro. You just got scammed. To my channel and trying to interrupt me and throw money at me and then want me to say, oh, thank you so much. I thank you. Man, I just scammed you, bro. You just got scammed. Thank you.
So he's hey, you can't find no video of me receiving money from someone and then rubbing it in their face talking about, haha, I just scammed you. But we gonna let the Latino get away with this? Okay, y'all. Okay.
That's because you're different people. You have a different character, Mike. You don't have scammer in you, but you are a like no nonsense, straight to the point type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that from your character. You're about business. You're about getting straight to the facts and handling the situation. This guy right here, the shit he said, he gonna beat around every bush on the block to instead of answering the question. And yeah, he was triggered, very angry, very hostile. And it's just insane that he's supposed to be rearing his audience. I mean, rearing his information towards our audience, but acting like this towards one of us. If anything, he should have been trying to soak up some game from you. If anything, trying to learn something. I hate it when others try to act like they know more than us about our people. That shit is disgusting to me. That's like the rest of these others hopping on here on your lives trying to tell us about us, but don't really even care for us. You get what I'm saying? Why are you over here in our business if you gonna treat one of us like that? It's the same thing when we go inside the stores, shopping centers, Target, all that shit, and they want our money, but they really don't care for us. I can't even fuck with dude because of how he treated you, a Black man at that, an indigenous Black man at that, a true heir to the land, whose blood is in this soil, whose ancestors is in this soil before any ship pulled up, any conquistador ship pulled up to this motherfucker and he treated you like that. And see, that's the same issue that I don't only have with him, but I have with a lot of these others, how they walk around here like they shit don't stink, treating us like shit, always got an opinion to say about our life, our ancestry, our genealogy, like that ugly ass Haitian bitch that got up there and said Black Americans is dirty. I can't wait to see that hoe one day. But anyway, back to the subject. They need to mind their own business.
It's very simple, guys. You either take the opinion of a foreigner from another country, or you take the opinion of members of your community.
Finished up my consultation with the man, the myth, the legend. Not even the myth, but the legend, the living legend, Mike TV. Listen, if y'all got questions about who we are, what our heritage is, especially on this soil, come get a genealogy consultation. And a lot of the questions that you have regarding this subject will be answered. You know, Mike is a very, very, very well-informed person when it comes to this native indigenous movement that is going on, especially on this American soil regarding Black Americans. And we needed to do the work so we can make sure that our ancestors are given their proper place in history. It is not just dwindled down to, you know, coming over here on a boat. It's not that simple, and we owe them so much more. And yeah, like I said, come get your consultation, man, and learn what you need to learn to do your genealogy, and it'll help you on all fronts. No matter what you're looking for, you can get it done.
Hey guys, I just got done with my consultation. I came across Mike on TikTok. I've been watching him on TikTok and YouTube now for about a year. I've been in his lives and I got interested in a consultation, and I'm very happy that I proceeded with booking. It was very informative. I got a lot of good information, a lot of good steps. I'm planning on booking the professional genealogy, whatever. But if you're listening to this, definitely book with Mike. He is definitely the best. He's the king of receipts. So if you want the best, definitely come and book with Mike.
I don't know, y'all. The Latin man said I'm a scammer, though. Forget what all them Black folks had to say. The Latino says I'm a scammer. And you know what? We've also got Tyrone in the building. Tyrone, what's good? What's good? Tyrone has to be much more familiar.
Yeah.
Hey, Tyrone, you're much more familiar with the Latin man hiding out in Costa Rica, making a bunch of videos about Black culture. I'm sure you're much more familiar with him than I am, right?
Yeah, I've known him for a couple years. He crashed out on me one time when I was using him as a reference, and this was way back on Instagram, like pre-COVID. Yeah, he crashed out on me. This is like right around the time when Top Cats was getting notoriety. And this dude didn't like me ever since then. And I saw him chopping it up with Dane, and both of them guys are supposed to be like the ops to like the Aboriginal community, because like they are content thieves, bro. Like people have checked Dane like a couple of times ever since African Americans ain't African. And Caremio, I don't know where the hell he comes from, because first time I saw him, he was over here talking about Aboriginal information to Killer Priest, that's formerly a part of Wu-Tang Clan, and he gained notoriety pushing and mixing the dope, this Hebrew Israelite stuff with the Aboriginal information. Like he was saying Hawa and all this other stuff, and this other Hebrew Israelite called him out for saying that Hawa stuff, and it meant calamity. So this guy is pretty much weird. Like I don't get why people would trust in him with doing their genealogy when nobody has actually met him in real life. He hasn't been to no Aboriginal events. It's complicated with this guy.
Hey, it is what it is, what it's gonna be. Shout out to Christopher. Christopher says, wow, just saw this shit. That's a major league hater shit. Such a bad look for him. I just unsubscribed from that nigga. Hey, how dare you call him a nigga? Don't you know that's El Conquistador? Come on. Word on the street is in his video, he was claiming I got a white mama and a white daddy, but he a whole white Latino up here. I mean, I'm just confused. I'm just perplexed. I don't know. Lewis says, I don't think he was the first to talk about the Black Europeans, but he did a lot of research with books on the topic. I think Top Cats and some others brought it out first. Anybody talking about Black Europeans is leading you astray and doing our community a disservice. Because if they were actually being factual, they would use the term Africans in Europe. When you say Black European, you confuse people in our community who are new to the information into thinking somehow that's our lineage. Like, wait a minute, what? Black indigenous people like went to Europe and became kings and nobility and then came back and colonized America and set up the 13 colonies. It makes no fucking sense. It's pseudo. What's factual is that Africans had power within Europe and there were many African conquistadors and colonial forces, but they lead you astray with this Black European. Come on. You're talking about Africans in Europe. Either way, they do not share our lineage. Either way, they are colonizers. Either way, we don't big them up. Come on. But hey, Tyrone, check out the rest of the crash out. I don't think he's done crashing out. I know he said that he scammed me and da-da-da-da-da, but let's just take it from the top real quick and see the full crash out one time.
I ain't answering. I've said who I am. And you can't just pay me just because you want to ask a question and then you want me to respond right away. What's wrong with you, man? I'm reading. I'm not gonna see every message, man. So your whole attitude and all that, and I'm thank you for the $5. Thank you for wasting your money. Thank you. All right. And now guess what, Mike TV? I don't like you, man. I don't like you, man. I don't want to see you on my channel anymore, man. Thank you for doing that. Now I hit you. And thanks for the $5, dummy. Like this is what I'm saying, guy. Like you have no discipline. Like how old are you, Mike? Are you 12 years old, man? You don't give me money just to get acknowledged. Thank you anyways. Keep throwing money at me. Go ahead. I've shown my genealogy. I've shown all that, man. And why's your point of your question? I don't care. I don't want why you want to know. But I know when people asking me that, they're being subliminal. What's this?
Damn, if you an insecure little bitch, just say, Mike, I'm an insecure little bitch. All I said is, what tribe are you a part of? And he's trying to assume my intentions behind asking the question. Hey, you want to know how to figure out if someone's a pretendian? Ask them what tribe they're a part of and see what their answer is.
And why's your point of your question? I don't care. I don't want why you want to know. But I know when people asking me that, they're being subliminal. What does this have to do with me? Right now, we're reading something. Mike, you're cornball, man. I know your channel, Mike. You're a cornball, man.
Oh, he knows my channel. Oh, he hate watches me. I don't know his channel. I don't know nothing about him. He pops up in my algorithm once in a blue moon. I saw he was live. I saw he was cammed up. I was surprised. I never knew that the person behind that American Indian Indigenous channel was a Blanco Conquistador Latino. But guys, the ancestors are with me. The ancestors are in the algorithm because something told me to click that live stream. Something told me to drop a 5 and ask the question. Something told me to screen record this and capture it. I didn't know he was going to crash out like this. I had no way of knowing this ahead of time, but the ancestors are in the algorithm. I see a lot of faceless Aboriginal YouTube channels making money off our culture. And when we ask one of these foreigners what tribe they're a part of, listen how not just insecure and defensive he gets, but man's is about to get racist in a minute. Hey, black folks, you're not going to want to watch his content after this. If you're subscribed to him and you're a Black American, you're going to second guess that after watching this.
But thanks for the $5, cornball. J9, yeah, you're being too polite to him. To my channel and trying to interrupt me and throw money at me and then want me to say, oh, thank you so much. I thank you. Man, I just scammed you, bro. You just got scammed. Thank you.
So he's bragging about scamming me out of $5? If this nigga is so giddy and so braggadocious over feeling like he scammed a black person out of $5, then maybe he's not the person y'all should watch for your Aboriginal content. I'm just saying.
You just got scammed, Mike. Thank you for those $5, man. Put some gas in my car, man. You know, I don't have to pay for gas now. He has color issues. Oh, Mike, who has color issues? Yo, Davada. Yo, thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate the love, man. Mike TV gets no love. Mike TV, why you waste your money on me, man? Get no love. All right. Don't be like Mike. You're gonna get scammed.
Hey, you heard it here first. Don't be like Mike. You're going to be scammed. Don't send this motherfucker no money. You're going to get scammed. I mean, crackhead with a yuck mouth. I mean, guys, at first, hindsight's 2020. At first, I was like, is he so poor? Is he so down bad? Why is he bragging about getting $5? But I realized due to his background and some people hitting me up that Mans is hiding out in South America somewhere. So me giving him $5 is probably a lot of money in whatever shithole South American country he's hiding out in. So hey, I'm feeding his village for a week, it seems.
Yeah. Mike got scammed. He gave me $5 for nothing. So Mike probably has a YouTube channel he wants everybody to go to. Unsubscribe, hit dislike, tell him, hey, you made a fool of yourself in Cootie Mail's channel, man. That's what you did. That's what you did, man. But thanks for the $5, man. Easy money from Mike. I can make easy money from Mike all day. Talk about ego tripping. Mike is acting like a Chazar, ego tripping.
Guys, what's a Chazar? Now he's calling me a Chazar. All I did was send him $5 and ask what tribe he's a part of. I was just curious. I'm not
That's
familiar
crazy
with
because
tribes
he
in
ain't
South
mentioned no
America. I'm
type
not really
of.
familiar with him as a. Hold on, Tyrone. Are you able to help us out? The man who's now making lives calling me a scammer. A year ago he called me a Khazar. What the hell is a Chazar?
I think he's trying to call you something like Khazar, like what the Hebrew
Like
Israelites
Jewish?
say. Yeah, like Esau and stuff like that.
I don't know.
Like
He all over the place.
he didn't say anything about being Lucayan, Arawak, Taino, none of that. Like he's telling Black Americans they come from Black Europeans, and I'm hearing the same stuff come from Top Cats as well. And that's weird because a lot of Black Americans do not have no whatever they talking this Black European, what's that, Huguenot and all this other weirdness. Like, why is that even relevant to the conversation of being an
Hey,
American Indian?
Sacred Water says he's married to a Jamaican. So yeah, we got Tethers clicked up with Tethers, and he thinks because his Jamaican showed he got some melanin, he can insert himself in our community. Apparently, I mean, why don't he make videos about the Jamaicans? Why don't he make videos about the Costa Ricans? I mean, guys, I see why he doesn't come on camera that often. I see why. I see why. But let's see how else he crashes out. I don't think he's done crashing out. I think he says something about the color of my skin in a minute or some weird shit. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Indian or not, just ask them what tribe they're a part of.
Are you a Chazar, Mike? That's where you probably are, huh? Are you a Chazar, man? True. William Collazo, thank you, man. Thank you, man. You get much love, William. Mike TV, he gets no love here for that stunt he just pulled. Thanks for the.
Damn, guys, I just pulled a stunt. I get no love because I just pulled a stunt. Okay. Ask a pretendian what tribe they a part of, and they're gonna crash out right before your eyes.
$5, Mike. You got scammed. Oh, he can do his charge back. I still get the money. I got the money. Can't care what he does. He lost it. He lost it, and now he has to go through science to get it. Nah, he lost it. That's a loss. And you never get to come. He said, ask a pretendian. I showed my genealogy, bro. If you want to go genealogy by versus
Sir, all right. Now I had to get a little petty. Okay. Then I joined for my second account just to actually troll him. The first time I just had an innocent question. What tribe are you? Then I had to give him that work. I'll send your poor ass another $5 to give you that work. And I said, and I quote, ask a pretendian what tribe they are a part of, and they get triggered. LMAO, fix that mush mouth, conquistador. If you've already shown your genealogy, then why won't you just tell me what tribe you're a part of? Why all the long-winded babbling and tether ranting? Why can't you just tell me the name of your tribe? I don't care about your genealogy. I don't even know your name. I'm not gonna look you up on ancestry.com. Like, what the fuck? Guys, if anybody said, Mike, what tribe are you a part of? I would say the Muskogee Creek Nation. Hold on, guys. I was on mute. As I was saying, don't get it twisted. Yesterday's price is not today's price. This clip is over a year ago, back when I was providing 2-hour-long genealogy consultations for only $75. Wow. Wow. I can't believe the prices used to even be that low. Good God. But I'm the scammer, yet we can't get a single person to come on camera and go on a stream and say I scammed them. But we've got all these people coming on camera to say the opposite.
Appreciate you, Mike, for helping me with this consultation, learning a little bit about the history of America, the real American history. And, you know, I want to say that there's a lot of things that I didn't know, even though I do my own personal research and I really do care about the research that I go over. But being able to polish up on the things that I didn't know about, like I wouldn't have been able to do that without this thorough breakdown. So I just wanted to say thank you, Mike, and anybody that schedules a consultation with him, I approve. He has some really good stuff that's worth mentioning.
This is Rob. I saw on YouTube Mike on nativeblack.ancestry.com, and I love the information that they have. It's very informative. It lets us know that we have a lot to regain for as knowing ourselves. And I trust Mike with this information. I've watched his videos. I've watched his YouTube videos, and he has a lot of information. And I dare anybody to try to prove him wrong, but he's a good guy, and I'm going to use him to help me out. Thank you.
Well, Mike, I appreciate all the help that you've given. In starting my journey, I'm finding out who I am and where my family is from. It's a really easy way to connect, to link up and have these things explained to you. There's a lot of beneficial information that's out there and on the website, and that's also that's a part of the process that we're going through in order to find out who we are.
Hey y'all, hey, I just want y'all to know Mike is the dude. Mike is really that man. He will get you what you need. Everything what I was going through with him is actually on point. I have to say what I was trying to find on myself, I couldn't find. And so I really appreciate his hard work with this. And y'all should really go through him. Really. If y'all really educated and really down for y'all's knowledge, go through him. He will help you. Peace and love, Arlandis out.
Book with Mike TV, man. He take care of you. It's not a matter of feelings over facts. He definitely do the facts over feelings. He breaks it down real good for you. He gives you a nice history lesson, and it's a lot of information that you can probably rewatch or just whatever you remember, just keep digesting that shit, keep digesting it and watch it manifest, because what he's doing is powerful. He's bringing back the light that we're not going to get through the mainstream lens, because the mainstream was meant to keep everybody in the caste system to feed off of us. So yeah.
Come on, y'all, but I'm just a scammer. Don't you know scammers can pull up over 30 video testimonials from happy clients they've successfully assisted with genealogy research? Hey, let's talk about it. But guys, we're just beating a mushmouth Latino conquistador dead horse right now. So let's go ahead and give some closing remarks and wrap up the broadcast. let's start with Tyrone. I know Tyrone was late to the party. What do you think about all this, Tyrone? Oh, and Tyrone's on mute. Go ahead, unmute yourself, brother. Malgoth said he's disrespecting the black and brown indigenous by responding to Mike like that. Hey, apparently I said something that triggered him. Tyrone must be away from the stream. Go ahead, Joshina, lay it on us. Oh, wait, and real quick, we have a comment from the chat. Sacred Water says, Mike, can you please explain your card? He said it was fake and it pissed me off. I've grown from your content. If we can connect to our tribes and pursue citizenship, will we get one? Yes, and that's exactly what I teach people how to do. And again, we have a foreigner who gets triggered when I even ask him what tribe he's a part of, and now he's claiming that my federal tribal citizenship card is fake. Guess what? When I fly and I hand this card to the TSA, they don't tell me to put my hands behind my backs because I have a fake federal card. They grab a manager who's familiar with American Indians going through TSA showing citizenship cards. Sometimes they even pull out a TSA book of tribes. And as soon as they see the Muskogee Creek Nation and see that my card says the Muskogee Creek Nation, I get on my flight with ease. But hey, the card's fake now, guys. The card's fake. All right. Matter of fact, it's so crazy. It's so crazy because I wonder willy-nilly, just off the top of the dome, right? I wonder willy-nilly if I can actually find the letter that the chief of the tribe mailed me when I got my tribal citizenship. Damn, that would be crazy. I think that would be a good way to nip it in the bud, right? Like, it's one thing to show my card. I got it somewhere around here too. I mean, that's not just a screenshot. This federal tribal citizenship card right here, I mean, it's one thing to just show it and have it have the tribal seal and the principal chief's signature. But if I can actually find the original document that I was mailed from the tribe when I got my tribal citizenship, well, man, if I showed you that, then that would mean that not only should you not take what foreigners say seriously, but that just really speaks to the character of the person trying to defame me. As I'm searching through my Google Photos, I think when I got it all those years ago, I think I snapped a screenshot of it or something. I think I took a quick pic of it. Let me see if I can find it anywhere. Hold on. This is live TV. I did not think that we'd have people questioning my tribal citizenship card because of a Latin man in another country. I never thought we would even get here. Oh, but we got here and I found it. What will they have to say now? Oh, Lord, it's going to get awkward up in this bitch. Let me share my screen. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Y'all already saw when I simply asked him what tribe he was a part of, he got triggered, wouldn't give an answer. Not only do I dox myself showing my federal ID card, not only do I dox myself showing my ancestor who was the Chief Justice of the Muskogee Creek Nation, let me further dox myself. Lewis says, yeah, post that letter. That would end everyone. Hey. Take a look at it. What's this? You see, when you apply for tribal citizenship, you have to not only prove your ancestry, but you have to send a state original birth certificate. You also have to pay an application fee. I think it was $25 or $45 or something, right? Look at all this proof here. Can I zoom in? Here's the money order from the citizenship application fee, $25 fee I paid. There's my birth certificate. And here's the letter from the Muskogee Creek Nation Citizenship Board. Damn, but Mike's just a fake. We're going to let a fucking Latino, descendant of conquistador colonizers, disrespect one of the only proven modern Black indigenous figures you see, providing genealogical resources to our community? Let's read the letter since we're able to zoom in a bit. When do I tell you guys I got my tribal citizenship? 2021. What does this letter say? February 22nd, 2021. Mans can't even tell us what tribe he's a part of, let alone show a federal tribal card or letters from the citizenship board. Damn, I got the letter. Now what? They'll say my mama's white, my daddy's white, my card's fake, I'm a scammer, but I just showed y'all over 30 video testimonials, my citizenship card, and the original documentation I was mailed. Dear enrolled member, and hold on, can I zoom in even more on this? Is it possible to zoom in even more? Dear enrolled member, please find enclosed your new Muskogee Creek Nation citizenship card. Please review the correctness of the card thoroughly. If there are any typographical errors, return the card with a letter stating the error to Muskogee Creek Nation Citizenship Board, Okmulgee, Oklahoma. Please note that the new citizenship cards have a very thin layer of lamination. When you carry the cards, please do not place them in a plastic picture sleeve. The plastic card inside a plastic sleeve will cause the information on the enrollment card to fade and peel off the card. You may want to carry your citizenship card in a separate compartment. In order for this office to maintain a current file of your membership, we ask that you notify us when you move or relocate. We also need to know of any enrolled family members that are now deceased. If your card is ever lost or stolen, please contact this office to request a replacement card. There is a $5 replacement fee charged for replacing a membership card. If you have any questions, please contact the office. Sincerely, Nancy Deer Turney, Enrollment Specialist, Muskogee Creek Nation Citizenship Office. And there is my original tribal citizenship card issued February 2021. And clearly that card looks a little bit different than this card because I lost my original card and had to pay the $5 fee for the new one, which is why this one says card issued February 22nd, 2021. Or excuse me, that's why this one says card issued February 22nd, 2021. And my new card reads card issued October 6, 2023. Every fucking day I get up here, prove to you Black Indigenous people exist, prove to you my heritage, my status, educate you guys and inspire you to do tribal citizenship work, do genealogical research, become a member of the tribe your ancestors were a part of, and we gonna let a Latin from another country try to lead y'all away from doing this research. Okay, all right. Mike's just a scammer. Damn. Let's see what the audience is talking about. Let's see. Mrs. says, PD tribe or Creek people, we have our own language, which is Saluda Creek. Yep, nice. Rob says, get him, Mike. Sacred Water says, then he reads the letter. Damn. I mean, I'm a very transparent individual. Trolls make fake videos about me all the time. The only reason why I even responded is because I knew my community wanted to see a response. Lewis says, wow, bomb dropped. Talk about it. Mal Goth says, dear enrolled member, the proof is plain as day. Mic drop. What are we talking about, y'all? What are we talking about? But let's go ahead and provide some closing remarks and wrap up this broadcast. I mean, come on. I loved that I was called a scammer earlier today because all this does is highlight the actual work that I'm doing for our community, and it substantiates all of my claims and my lineage. And I'll teach you how to do the same. Just go to nativeblackancestry.com. But go ahead, y'all. What's on your mind? This was fun.
Yes, it was a lot of fun tonight. I'm happy to be back. Well, as a client of Mike, as a student of Mike's, I can say that he gives you the option during your consultations to take the consultation and the tools that he taught you to move forward on your own, or for him to actually assist you or do the genealogy work on his own, and you could pay for that service. There's never no pressure. He actually prefers that you use the tools yourself. He don't want the work, y'all. We tried to give it to him. He like, no, you guys are ready, go file for your citizenship type stuff.
If you go to nativeblackancestry.com, you will not see a single tab, a single call to action that says pay me to trace your genealogy. No, I provide consultations to teach you how to do the research on your own so you can save money and not have to hire a genealogist.
And I have the privilege of continuously giving my live testimony. I mean, we watch the testimonies that's been recorded, but me and my sister are blessed with the option to give you guys live testimonies every time we're up here. We are clients and students of Mike. We call him Chief Mike because it's a respect level. Someone who is willing to share and give this knowledge for free. He gives the game for who? The game is to be sold, not told. Okay, people, and he's giving it out for free. Take advantage of that. Do your research, find your lineage. We all did not come from Africa. I cannot say that enough. Believe in what your oral history is. Go look for that. Go find it. All these people saying that you are who you are, or trying to identify you. Don't let nobody identify you or tell you who you are. You go find that research yourself, and then go capitalize on that. Otherwise, I don't want to hear nothing else. If you ain't did the work yourself or look for help to find who you are, you shouldn't even be talking in this conversation. Another thing is that as we move forward in this journey, a lot of more people are waking up. Share, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let's spread the word, spread the knowledge. This stuff, it doesn't have to be free. We could be he could be charging for this. This could be a subscriber only channel. He gives this game out for free. Take advantage of that. If you need help with your with finding your lineage and your ancestors, book a consultation. It's no pressure. I'm just testifying what I went through and how we got help from Mike and how he told us, no, you guys are ready. You guys did what you had to do. I don't have to do no work for y'all. And we pressed them to do the work for us. And it's a lot of people like that. We're not the only ones who have found our lineage through Mike. So just don't listen to the haters. Listen to people who actually have the experience and ask those haters, where are those people with their testimonies? Where they at? I want to see them come up here on camera. Now, hi, but come on camera and tell us how you are helped by that Latino who says he does genealogy for free, and show me the receipts, because I could show you the receipts, but I don't want to dox myself. I ain't that big yet. Yeah, so moving forward, just do your research on these people, or why they're so involved in our culture, in our lineage, why they're so involved. It's all about them monetizing off the topic. And this guy has been monetizing off of us, off of our backs for years at this time. And it must be drying up because more of us are waking up. So now he wants to, entice, get some streams. That's all I can say about that. But I would like to say once again, I can never say this enough. Thank you, Mike, for helping me, my sister, our family find out who we are. Because we were told from our elders who we were, but you're taught at school something different, and these YT people tell you something different, and you tend to believe that. But no, we got the receipts. We know who we are, and we're not the only ones out there who were told we were something different. So do your research, and if you need help, book a consultation. That's all I can say.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you joining. Go ahead, Tyrone. Oh, you're on mute, brother.
To end on a closing note, I agree with the sisters that's up here. This is a genuine guy that's helping out the community learn who their ancestors are, whether they be American Indian, whether they got Europeans in there, or whether they are Africans. It's not, you don't have to be ashamed of what your ancestry is. You got to claim them all. Some people are out there having difficulties with finding out where their people come from, and some people want to rely on just DNA, but it also you have to use DNA in the sense of combining it with genealogy, the autosomal. It can help you reach to certain ancestors 6 or 8 generations ago, but you have to have paperwork to back it up too, like specific ancestors to like what their professions were and things of that nature. I yield the mic.
Big facts. Thanks for joining, brother. Go ahead, Empress. Close us out.
I want to let everybody know that everything that we have spoke about tonight is very important. Excuse me. It's important for you, for your family, and for the others that are around you. The work that Mike does is something that's going to uplift our whole community and for generations to come, not just present, but in the future. This guy is just one of the haters. Trust me, there is many, and they are in the way. And our goal is, and what we need to do is ignore them and keep them pushed to side, because like Mike said earlier, their opinion doesn't matter. Now that's all I'm gonna say on him, because he just became another tether, and now I'm going to address him as other from now on. He don't have nothing to do with us. He's a other trying to include himself into our business. Now, to my people, I want to tell you, it's time for us to eat. It's time for us to eat. Right now, at this time, are we supposed to be sitting back chilling? It is time to invest in you and to invest in your family. It is time to get your paperwork together, get all the documents you can on your family, and do your research. You know why? Because you're going to eat. We're eating with this. We got the internet ablaze. We got the world paying attention to us. We got people in higher stations in the government sitting on TV mentioning us and mentioning our movement. They're mentioning our history, our ancestry, because we are the culture. This is us, and nobody can deny it no more. The receipts are out here. I advise everyone who's here paying attention tonight to not just for themselves, but for everybody around them and their families, to tell them we need to eat. It's time to eat. Do your genealogy. Book a consultation with Mike. He not gonna lead none of y'all wrong, and I bet you y'all family gonna eat off of this. And when I say eat, I just don't mean no money. I mean spiritually. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge, the standing of knowing who you are. It is time for us to eat as a people, and this definitely is gonna set the bar higher for all of us.
Yeah, well, I appreciate everybody showing up and showing out. Again, I don't have to defend myself. My work speaks for itself. The people that I've helped will advocate on my behalf. And at the end of the day, we can't allow foreigners in other countries to sow dissension and confusion within our community. But guys, we'll be live here soon. Thank everybody for tuning in, and everybody have a great evening. Peace.
They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British men. Quite frankly, you was kings, Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners. Raised up the children to worship their images. Set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them. And this shit get way deeper than your pigment.